Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barak a thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shemar, our thumb by Shem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. Priest and officer 500 Bakwa Shemav, holding down that I.S.U.P.K Staten Island class. Let's give the Lord a hand. It's an I.S.U.P.K takeover, man. We coming to a city near you if we're not there already, man. Keep your head up and stay in tune, man. We're going to be there just now, man. You got to spread the word of the Lord, man. It's the whole job of the priests and prophets of the Lord, man, to spread the word of the Most High God, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't out here kicking our own feelings and kicking our own beliefs, man. We telling what the Lord said to do to so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. And today's topic, we're going to touch on the Magan Dawada. You understand? Because there's a lot of controversy going around the Magan Dawada. You see it right here on my garment, you understand? On my priestly garment that the children of Israel wore in foretime, man. You understand? We bringing back the culture. We bringing back our customs and our way of life, man. You understand? All praises due to the Most High God. But we're going to speaking about the Magan Dawada. If you don't know what that is the shield of David. You understand? It's a shield of David, which a lot of people confuse with a star. Calling it a star of David, the star of this, the star of Molech, all types of nonsense that surrounds our culture, man. All types of lies that they push on our people to keep us confused and confounded, man. But we're going to clear the air. We're going to edify the people today on what the shield of David really is, what the Magan Dawada really is. You understand? And we're going to get right into these scriptures. It's not going to be a long class today. We ain't going to be long-winded. We're just going to hit you with the truth. You understand? Let that dwell in your brain. All you're going to get is the truth from any priest and prophet in the I.S.U.P.K New Command Journey YAHANNA, man. That's what we all about, man. The home of it and the only place that has it. We're going to go to 2nd Ezra, chapter 10 and verse 23. You understand? It says, this is an Apocrypha, if you don't know. You understand? Some people are not privy and not hip to the real Bible, man. The King James Version, man. The King James Version, which has the Apocrypha in it, is the 1611. You want to get you a 1611 Bible if you don't have one. Or you could get a King James Version Bible and buy the Apocrypha sold separately. But the 1611 has it in there already. It's some old English. But if you got the Spirit of the Lord on you, it won't be hard to read it. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 10, verse 23 in the Apocrypha. And it reads, "And which is greatest of all? The seal of Zion have now lost her honor." It says, and which is greatest of all, the seal of Zion have now lost her honor. You understand? If you read this chapter, it's talking about all the things that have happened to our people and things that plague our people, things that stagger and stagnate our people, man. Stumbling blocks placed in front of our people, man. So-called blacks, Hispanic, Native Indians, the lost 12 tribes of Israel. You understand? And it says, which is greatest of all? The seal of Zion have lost her honor. This is the seal of Zion, man. You understand? This six-point shield. You understand? They call it a star because they're uneducated and don't know what's going on. It says, has lost her honor, for she is delivered into the hands of them that hate us. And this is a very powerful scripture, man, because you see this on a day-to-day basis. That's why so many blacks, Hispanic, Native Indians see us. You understand? They see the men and women at I.S.U.P.K, Underneath Command Journey YAHANNA, wearing our shield of David. You understand? Rocking our Magan Dawada and all our priestly attires. You understand? And all our daughters of Zion attires. You see a Magan Dawada. We got rings and chains and necklaces and all types of things with the Magan Dawada on it, man. And they look at us and they think that we don't know what it means. They try to talk to us and tell us that we're doing something wrong and we're doing idol worship because they have no idea what it means, man. But they have been misinformed and miseducated by our oppressors. You understand? By that heathen, that nasty, stinking, hook-nosed devil that is out there impersonating the children of Israel, out there impersonating, calling themselves Jewish. You understand? Wishing they were a Jew. You understand? And they run around with these lies and these false narratives to make our people not know what's going on, man. Got our people questioning us about our culture. Got our people questioning us about things that we should wear, things that we should hold and have honor with. You understand? It says the seal of Zion have now lost her honor because we rock it as we should, And our people look at us as if we're doing something wrong because they don't know what it means. They don't know the origins of it. They don't know how important and how significant it is to our culture. So they think that we're jacking someone else's culture when in all actuality, we have been jacked of our heritage. We have been robbed of our identity, man. You understand? They tell you follow the laws, right? Ain't identity theft a federal offense? This damn heathen done stole all our identities and running around wearing Shield of David, calling it a Star of David, calling it a Star of Molech, calling all types of things that is not. You understand? And we here to claim what it is and edify our people on what's really going on. You understand? Let's drop that. Let's go to 1 Kings chapter 21 and verse 8. And we're only going to talk about the shield of David today, the Magan Dawada and the Lashawan Kwadash. You understand? In our holy tongue, in our real language, the first language ever spoken on the earth, man, in Hebrew. This is 1 Kings chapter 21 and verse 8. Let's start at verse 7 so we get a little insight on what's going on, right? And Jezebel, his wife, said unto him. Now, this is after King Ahab had came home and he was distressed. He was angry and frustrated and fluttered and just off his rockers about something that happened, right? It says, and Jezebel, his wife, said unto him, dost thou not govern the kingdom of Israel? You understand? Letting you know that this has always been about Israel, man. The whole entire Bible is a book to edify, teach, and show so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, the children of Israel, how they should live, how they should conduct themselves, man. It ain't about nobody but us, man. You understand? And his wife said unto him, dost thou not govern the kingdom of Israel? Arise and eat bread, and let thy heart be merry. I will give thee the vineyard of Nobat the Jezreelite. Now, verse 8. So she wrote letters in Ahab's name. She wrote letters. The wife wrote letters in the king's name, right? And sealed them with his seal. And sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles that were in his city dwelling in Naboth. Now, she wrote letters in the king's name because the king was distraught. The king was having a bad day and he couldn't get himself together. You know, he was in a rut. So she said, don't worry about it. Go eat some food. You understand? Go relax. Let your heart be merry, and I'll handle the business. And she went out there and she wrote them letters, getting the king's work done, and sealed it with his seal. You understand? His seal, the seal of Israel, the Magan Dawada, man. You understand? We are under the rulership of King David, man. You understand? One of the greatest kings to ever live the earth, man. One of the greatest kings of all time, man. King David. Where the Magan Dawada comes from, man. If you know anything about the ancient Hebrew, you know the letter Da, right? The letter Da is a triangle. And then you got the Wa and the Da. You understand? That's how you spell his name. Dawada. So he took the Da and then took the next Da in his name and flipped it upside down and pushed it together, which gives you this signet right here. You understand? Which gives you this triangle, which is a Da. And then the other Da is upside down, putting them together. You understand? Because Wa meaning and or conjoining something in the Hebrew, in the Lashawan Kodash, Da, Wa, Da. Da and Da. So he put the two signals together and made his signet, made his seal. It's no different than the police running around with their damn badge. Wherever city you in, you know the police got a little seal or signet that they wear on their arm to let you know that they're this county's police. They're this city's police. You understand? You get letters from the damn government, they hit you with a seal at the top of the document. You get a letter from your boss, they hit you with a seal. Everybody has their own seal. Well, the children of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native Indians, we worked underneath the seal of our king, King David. You understand? And this is what's going on in 1 Kings chapter 21, verse 8, man. Ahab's wife, Jezebel, was writing letters in the king's name and sealed them with his seal being the Magan Dawada. You understand? Just like all of Israel's seal is the Magan Dawada, man. You understand? Honoring our King David, man. Honoring our forefathers. Following our heritage. Let's drop that. Let's go to the book of Psalms. We're going to go to Psalms chapter 47, and we're going to go to verse 9. And it reads, the princes of the people are gathered together, even the people of the God of Abraham. And if you know anything about the Bible, man, you're going to read this constantly, man. Your father, you understand? Your forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which is our God, the Most High God. You understand? Yahweh being his name. And he, our living God, has a seal too. You understand? That's how King David ended up making his seal and pushing it throughout the kingdom. Because when you had this seal on, you knew, and everybody else knew, that you was coming in the king's name. You was coming to handle the business of King David. You was coming to handle the business of Israel. You understand? And we're going to read it again from the top. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 47, verse 9. The princes of the people are gathered together, even the people of the God of Abraham. For the shields of the earth belong unto God. He is greatly exalted. You understand? It says the shields of the earth belong to God, man. These people wearing this signet, wearing this seal, you understand? Wearing this shield, the shield of David, we belong to the Most High God, man. You understand? We belong to the Lord. Same way I talked about the police seals earlier, man, with their NYPD badges or whatever cities you in, and the seal that they wear on their uniforms. You know that they belong to the New York Police Department. They belong to the Houston Police Department. They belong to the FBI, the CIA. They belong wherever they belong, man. You work in sanitation. Sanitation has a signet. They got a seal that they wear on their uniforms, man. You understand? Everything is to represent something, man. To carry on the honor, tradition, and reputation and name of such entity. You understand? And our shield of David represents the Most High God, man. It represents us being the children of Israel, being so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. You understand? The people, the nation not desired. You understand? The holy people, the people better than everybody else on the earth. You understand? It's very simple. It's very easy, man. You understand? All oppressor gets a kick out of miseducating our people, man. He gets a kick out of leading our people astray, teaching our people wrong, man. And we here to set the mold right and fix the order, man. You understand? Because the Lord said so, man. The Lord requires his children to come back unto him. And the priests and prophets of the I.S.U.P.K and Commander YAHANNA, that's our whole job and mission, man, to awake so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native Indian, man, women, and child, and bring them back to the Most High God, bring them back to their heritage, back to their culture, back to their ways, and the Most High God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Let's drop Esther, right? Salakia, we going to Esther. We going to drop Psalm. We going to Esther, chapter 8 and verse 8, right? And it reads, write ye also for the Jews. You understand? Jews is what they used to call Judah. It's a slang name that they got for Judah. And Judah, not just meaning the children of Judah, but all of Israel. You understand? All of Israel was called Jews at a point in time, man. That's why that damn devil running around talking about he's Jewish, so he could get the respect and the honor of the people in the Bible not being them. You understand? Just stealing identities. You understand? What the oppressor has been good at for his whole life. He comes somewhere, he murder, steal, rob, and take your identity and take your heritage and take it as his own. Claim it as his own. You understand? But it says, write ye also for the Jews, for the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, as it liketh you, in the king's name, and seal it with the king's ring. You understand? King David, you understand, he had rings. I don't have my ring on right now, but I have plenty of them. You understand? I have plenty Shield of David rings. And he would take his ring with the Shield of David on it. You understand? With this signet right here. And he would dap it in some ink and put it over the top. And let you know that this is coming from King David. The same way the post office has their signet with their little eagle or whatever bird they have, and it'd be right there at the top of your mail in red and let you know it comes from the post office. You understand? FedEx has their own signet. UPS has their own too. You understand? It's nothing different. You understand? It's not hard to comprehend. It says, as it liketh you, in the king's name, and seal it with the king's ring. For the writing which is written in the king's name and sealed with the king's ring may no man reverse. You understand? This was very important, and it held significance when King David put his signet or his seal on something, man. You understand? Because you can't just do it by yourself. You had to check in. You understand? You had to talk to the higher ups and get permission and get okay to go do anything and put the king's name on it. Why? Because you're carrying the reputation of the king. You're carrying the reputation of Israel. You're carrying the reputation and the name of the Most High God when you do these things, man. You understand? And so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native Indians, we have to get privy. We have to get hit. We have to be aware of our own heritage, our own cultures. You understand? And how important these things are, man. You understand? We read in 2nd Ezra chapter 10, verse 23, that the seal of Zion have lost her honor. The honor of the seal is lost through our miseducation, through our integration, you understand, through our oppressor, through our slavery, through all types of things, man. We have lost our honor and forgotten who we are as a people, man. Let's drop that. Let's go to the book of Revelations, man. You understand? The New Testament. For you New Testament Israelites. For you churchgoers that only read the New Testament and only read things that make you feel good. Let's see if it's in the New Testament as well. You understand? This is the book of Revelations, chapter 7. Let's start at verse 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And if you ever read Revelations, you know Revelations is a lot of insight, a lot of visions, a lot of the Lord talking to people, people perceiving and writing down the things that the Lord showed them. Verse 2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. Having the seal of the living God. Like I brought out earlier, this seal, this shield of David, you understand, this signet is in representation of the Most High God, man. It's in representation of the children of Israel, and the children of Israel was made in the Lord's image, man. We are a reflection of our Father, man. You understand? That's why it's so important for us to understand these laws, statutes, commandments, and uphold them, and keep our culture tight. You understand? Hold these things near and dear to us, and exalt the importance of being a child of God, man. You understand? We could have been heathens. We could have been nobody. But we are special and holy people to the Most High God. And the things that the Most High God gave us are special and holy as well. You understand? It says, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. The main point of this verse is showing how the angel was wearing the Magan Dawada. The angel carried the seal of God. You understand? The shield of David. The angel had it on. You understand? Knowing that we are all underneath the order of the Most High God, man. And we should follow that order. We should definitely get in tune with it and get right in line with what the Lord says, man. You understand? Stop disrespecting our heritage. Stop disrespecting our culture. Stop dishonoring our Father. This is the book of Amos, chapter 5, and verse 26. You understand? We're going to go into the difference between the shield of David and this star that they try to say that we worship. As if we don't read the Bible. As if we don't understand what the Lord says. As if we don't follow these laws, statutes, commandments. You understand? The Most High God forbids idol worship. He forbids graven images. He forbids idolatry, man. We ain't following things that's wrong. We following what the Lord said to do, man. You understand? This is the book of Amos, chapter 5, and verse 26. And it says, but ye born the tabernacles of Molech and Shiv, your images, the star of your God, which ye made to yourselves. You understand? The star of Molech, which people confuse this shield of David for, which people say that this is a star of David. The star is a star of Molech, you understand? Which is idol worship, and it was man-made. Just like all disrespectful and vain and worthless things were man-made, you understand? The precept to go with this, to show you what I'm talking about, is in the Apocrypha. We're going to go to Wisdom of Solomon, and we're going to pull chapter 13 and verse 2, right? This is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13. Let's start at verse 1. You understand? Because we just read that man made this God to worship, right? Man made this God to worship, the star of Molech. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 1, in the Apocrypha. Surely, vain are all men by nature. It says, surely all men are vain by nature. You understand? By nature, you're going to worship and care about things that don't matter. You understand? You have to be born again. You have to get in tune with yourself. You have to find something greater than you and serve it, which is the Most High God, man. And very few of us have started off on that path. You understand? We had to live a life of hell, live a life of crime, live a life of sin, and then realize this isn't working. And then turn to the Lord. You understand? And the Lord knew these things was going to happen, so he's not shaken up by it. You understand? We living under the grace of the Yahawashi. You understand? The King of all kings, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, because the Lord knew that we was going to turn away from him. He knew that we was going to be disobedient. He knew that we were stubborn children. And it reads in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, and verse 1, surely vain are men by nature, who are ignorant of God, who don't have any idea who God is, man. We have no idea who the Most High God is, man. We have no idea how to serve God, how to love God, what it even means to be a child of God. That's why so-called Blacks, Hispanic, Native Indians flood and fill up all sections of religion that have nothing to do with the Lord. The Christian church, the Catholic church, Presbyterian, Seventh-day Adventists, Jehovah's Witness. They want to be Muslims and Buddhists and Africans and Kemet and everything that has nothing to do with the Lord, because we are ignorant of God and could not out of the good things that are seen known him that is. You understand? All the things we see, all the things that we go through, all the things that we encounter in our life, we still don't understand who's in control of it, man. We don't know that that's the Lord. Let's keep reading. Neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster. Not even through the works. You understand? You out there living a good life. You got a family that love you, a wife that care about you, some children that look up to you, and you don't understand that that's the Lord doing. You don't understand what the Lord's doing. You out there strung out on drugs, you messed up, you can't get above, you can't go, you can't get up, you can't get under. You wondering why every day is so painful. You don't even know that's the Lord punishing you. So-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, man, woman, and child. You don't know that's the Lord punishing you and that's the Lord blessing you. All things are done under the order of the Most High God, man. You understand? It says, by considering the works, did they acknowledge the workmaster? We didn't even acknowledge the workmaster by the works he did. These tornadoes and hurricanes, this COVID-19 that came and shut the damn economy down, where for the first time in a long time, so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians were living comfortable. We was getting paid to stay home. You understand? You was getting paid more money to stay home than you make at your damn job. And you had time to be around your family. You had time to cater to your wife, raise your children, build a strong household, man. All the benefits, man, all the beautiful things that we take for granted. Let's keep reading. Verse 2. But deemed either fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars, or the circle of the stars. You know why it says that? Because stars are circles. They are balls of gas. You understand? A ball is a circle. I've never seen a triangle ball, let alone two triangle balls with 6 points. You understand? This is not a star. A star is a ball of gas. Don't believe me, look it up. Don't believe anything I say. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 21, I believe, says to prove all things. You understand? Prove all things. Don't believe what I say. Go look it up. But a star is a ball of gas. It is a circle, not the shield of David, not the Magan, Dawada, which is not a circle. You understand? Let's keep reading. It says, or the circle of the stars, or the violent water, or the lights of heaven, to be the gods which govern the world. Because men are so vain and so ignorant of the Most High God, so ignorant of anything that matters, that we believe that fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars or the violent water or the lights of heaven to be the gods that govern the world. And if you think about it, there's a God for everything like that, man. There's a fire God in somebody's ideology, somebody's way of living, somebody's culture. They worship fire. They worship the damn wind. They worship air. They worship the circles, the stars in the sky. They worship the waters. They worship the lights of heaven. They worship everything but the Most High God, man. You understand? Because they are ignorant of God. They are ignorant of what truly matters, man. You understand? Man is vain. And in these vain customs of man, they got the Star of Molech. They tell you that we wearing stars of David. They tell you all types of things that take the honor away from the seal of Zion. Take the honor away from the children of the Lord. You understand? And we got to shake those things off and stop being so foolish, man. We said earlier that the Most High God hates idol worship. You understand? He hates graven images, man. He hates these things, man. He don't want no God put before him, man. So why would you think that he would give us something that we will worship over the Most High God? Let's go to the book of Acts in the New Testament, chapter 7 and verse 43. You understand? This is the book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 43, and it reads, Yea, ye took up the tabernacle of Molech and the star of your god Remphan, figures which ye made to worship them. Figures which ye made to worship them. The Lord didn't give these things to us. You understand? The Lord never told you to go worship no damn star. You understand? He didn't tell you to do none of these things. These are all man-made things that are vain. These are all man-made customs which are all vain because we are ignorant of God. You understand? And what he says that I will carry you beyond Babylon. I will carry you away beyond Babylon. We are being punished for following after those type of things, man. We get punishment for worshiping stars and all these things. We get punishment for worshiping things that the Lord said not to pay attention to. Giving praise to things other than the Most High God, man. We get punished for it. You understand? Which will further let you know that the Lord is with, listen, the Lord is with the men and women in the I.S.U.P.K of Command Junior Honor. Whether you want to believe it or not, you understand? Your disbelief doesn't make the work of God any less real. And the Lord is with us. And the Lord would not be with us if we was out here worshiping and praising a star, worshiping and praising idolatry, worshiping graven images. You understand? The Lord would not be with us. And the Lord is definitely with us. We get punished for these things that man made, these sayings and things that the man believes is true. We're following these laws, statutes, commandments over here to the T. Let's drop that. Let's go to the book of Numbers, chapter 2, and we're going to go to verse 1. We're going to start at verse 1, right? And the Most High spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, Every man of the children of Israel shall pitch by his own standard, with the ensign of their father's house. You understand? With the ensign of their father's house. You know what that is? That's like this signet right here, man. You understand? And to relate it to things that people might be more familiar with, more common with, because our heritage, our culture has been pushed underneath the rocks. You understand? It's been pushed underneath the rocks, but it's been in your face the whole time at the same exact time. You understand? We have no idea what we talking about when we say anything about so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indians culture. But you do know the damn devil's culture. You do know the damn devil's history because you was taught it in school. You was brainwashed with it for 12 years. You understand? If you was in school, you had to hear about it. They taught you about it. That's all they taught about. You understand? You see all these damn fake royal families on the other side of the earth. You understand? Over there in Europe and England and Scotland and British and all these people, right? And they all have family crescents. They all have family symbols, family signets. Where do you think they get these things from, man? They get them from the children of Israel, man. They get it from so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. They get it from the holy people of the Most High God, man. You understand? That's why in Numbers chapter 2, verse 2, it tells that all the children of Israel shall pitch by his own standard with the sign of their father's house. You understand? With the symbol of your father's house on there, man. Put your family crescent up. This happens to be our family crescent. You understand? Let's drop that. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah real fast. And we soon get up out of here, man. We're going to go to Jeremiah chapter 22 and verse 24. And it reads, As I live, saith the Most High God, the Canaan, the son of Joachim, Joachim, king of Judah, you understand? The king of Judah were the signet upon my right hand. You understand? Now, this is the Lord speaking, talking about how the king of Judah were the signet upon his right hand. You understand? The signet upon his right hand. We rep the Lord. You understand? We follow after King David. If I'm not mistaken, Joachim is one of the King David's, you know what I'm saying, great grandkids or sons or something like that. He's in the lineage of King David. You understand? And he was the king of Judah. He was the king of Israel. And he was the signet upon the Lord's right hand. What's the Lord's signet? The shield of David, the Magan, Dawada, the symbol that his children wear. You understand? And it says, yet will I pluck thee thence. You understand? Yes, the Most High God knew and spoke about the shield of David. You understand? Which is Judah and Israel's seal. You understand? The seal of King David. It's nothing new, man. It's nothing new. It's common knowledge. It's just not taught to so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. And we're going to end it with the book of Genesis. We're going to go to the book of Genesis, chapter 38. Salakia, chapter 38 and verse 18. And this is the story about Judah finding a wife for his children. You understand? Finding wives for his children. I believe it was Let me double check. Make sure. Yep, he went to go find a wife for his firstborn child. And the wife that he found for her was Tamir. But died. You understand? He did wicked in the sight of the Lord and the Lord killed him. And Judah told his younger brother, Onan, he said, listen, go into your brother's wife and marry her. Go lay down with that woman and give her a baby because your brother died before he could have a baby with her. You need to keep your brother's name alive. And the younger brother went into this woman. He had sex with her, and he pulled out and spilled his seed on the floor so that the woman wouldn't get pregnant. And the Lord killed him for that too. You understand? Because you do what the Lord tells you to do, or you pay the consequences. It's plain and simple, man. You understand? So Judah has sent this woman off to go back to her father and told her to remain a widow and wait for my youngest son to get grown so that he can marry you and give you the child that you deserve. You understand? Fast forward, the boy got older. He never sent for her. You understand? And she got word of it. And she ran out there in the open field waiting to bump into him. And he thought she was a harlot. He thought she was a harlot. And the curse of Judah, we love them. We love hoes. You understand? That's the curse of Judah. We love hoes. So he went out there. He was trying to talk to this woman. And he wanted to lay with her because he thought she was a harlot. And she asked him, what you going to give me? He promised her some sheeps, I believe. Let me make sure. Yeah, but he promised her some sheeps. You understand? And she was like, all right. And she's like, but give me a pledge. You understand? Give me some collateral. Give me something to hold on to so I know you're going to give me what you said you're going to give me. You understand? And he asked, he said, what do you want? You understand? Let's start at verse 17 real fast. And he said, I will send thee a kid from the flock. And she said, wilt thou give me a pledge till thou send it? Like, you're going to give me something to hold until you send me what you told me you was going to give me? And he said, verse 18, and he said, what pledge shall I give thee? And she said, thy signet and thy bracelet and thy staff that is in thine hand. You understand? She asked for his signet. She asked for his Magan Dawada. She asked for his shield that he had. You understand? And his bracelet and his staff. You understand? He gave it to her. But this is the book of Genesis. You're reading about our signets, our seals. You understand? This is nothing new, man. You understand? Surely Judah probably didn't have the Magan Dawada, but he had a signet. We had our own family crescents. You understand? This is our culture. Don't let nobody confuse you and beguile you. You understand? To believing that what we teach you, what we're telling our brothers and sisters, is wrong in any way. You understand? Honor your culture, honor your forefathers, and honor the Most High God by getting back in tune with your culture and your heritage, man. Following these laws, statutes, commandments, man. Obeying the Most High God and being obedient children so that we can bring forth the kingdom, which is our rest, man. Because we ain't got no rest here, man. We ain't getting no rest here. We are being overworked, mistreated, abused, murdered, raped, kidnapped, all the evils of the earth. If you want to bring that good, you want to live a better life, you serious about having a good future for your children, serve the Most High God, man. Get up in the school, get up in these classes in I.S.U.P.K, Junior YAHANNA. Women, wrap your head up. Brothers, wear all black. Do what the brothers ahead of you is telling you, man, and get up in this army of the Most High God, man, and bring forth the kingdom with your work. It said the kingdom does not come by observation alone, man. You got to get up in here and do this work. And with that, shalom, Israel. Yahweh Shem Yahushua brought a thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shemar, our thumb by Shem Yahushua to the sisters. We'll see y'all next week, man. I.S.U.P.K, Staten Island. We coming to a city near you. If we ain't there yet, we're going to be there soon, man. All praise due to the Most High God, man. Shalom, Israel.